Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Halo. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 best vehicles in GT Online. Some of these vehicles are meant for PvE and some of these are meant for PvP. Keep that in mind when we review the vehicle. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. So first off we have the armored Kuruma. Now this vehicle is definitely meant for PvE because of its sheer lack of rocket resistance. It can only take one rocket before it blows up, which makes it kind of bad in a PvP scenario. But for PvE, however, like apartment heists or just, casually driving around the city, it's pretty good. The bulletproof windows really shine on the car. That's pretty much what it's used for. So, just, if you're going to use it for PvE things, not PvP. And overall, I would give this a 6 out of 10 on the Halo scale. It's a scale I just made up, So, would I recommend it? Yes and no. If you're a noob, sure. If you're not a noob, no. You definitely know. The Dogo Death. Now, this vehicle is the Kuruma's counterpart, or like older brother. It's pretty much a muscle car that's armored. What the Kuruma lacks in rocket resistance, the Dogo Death shines in. This thing takes like 3 or 4 RPGs before it blows up, but the bulletproofness is weakened, so you can get shot through the front glass or the pane, but the very back you cannot. So that's pretty dope. Most of the time when I use this vehicle, I would use it for PvE as well because of said bulletproof pane is not really bulletproof. It's more just a small opening that you can still get shot out of. So it's pretty bad. In the side windows are also bulletproof, but FMJs can pierce right through them, so they're kind of pointless. So I would give this a 7 out of 10 just because it can take like 3 times more rockets than the Kuruma can. I believe it is a bit slower than the Kuruma, so that's a bit of a, thing. I would definitely recommend this for all types of players because it's free and it's not really like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not bad, but it can definitely be improved on. The RC Bandito is a remote-controlled car with a C4 strapped to it. The reason I say it's a good vehicle is because for those pesky tryhards that go ghost organization on you, well, you can just hop in this and wait it out. When they come back, you can blow them up because of the C4 that's strapped to it. Now, yes, when you're using this, you're off radar forever, and you're quite fast as well. Now, some people might say it's a scummy move to get a 1 kill on someone with said RC car, but if they're going Ghost Org, it doesn't matter what they say because they're a noob. At the end of the day, they're just a bad player that can't fight without being off radar 24/7. The Halftrack is a heavy vehicle with some sort of cannon on the back. The cannon is extraordinarily powerful. It can blow up cars in just a few shots. You can equip this with proxies, which is just, you know, like like it's a mine. When something gets too close to it, just blows up automatically. pretty useful for when someone's chasing you down, because this thing is quite slow. So if someone's chasing you down, you you're definitely gonna want to place some proxies down to shake them off at least. Now, the main focus that I like with this vehicle is its cannon. You know, you have to have two people to operate this thing effectively. You just have your friend on the back. You know, you just kill like other aircrafts, because that's what it's meant for. I feel like is definitely the aircrafts, because player cars have like armor and it takes quite a while to blow them up. I mean, not saying that you can't, but you definitely can. It's just it's more effective, more practical on enemy, aircrafts, because of the high damage output. The front is pretty bulletproof from what I've tested it, so that's a plus on that. Um, I'm gonna rate this vehicle a 7 out of 10, mainly because it's slow and it's just like you can't really shoot out the front of it. Only the gunner seat can actually shoot anything, which is why you definitely want to have two people when using this vehicle, because you can't really defend yourself without two people, which is its other downside. So yeah. The Conjolli Tank is a apparently a stealth tank. Most people don't know that, but essentially when you have police on you and you hop in that tank, um, it does this like effect like in story mode. In story mode, when you go into a new vehicle, um, they won't be able to see, like your arrow would turn like a darker shade of gray, meaning that they don't know what car you're in, so they're gonna be looking for your old one, meaning it's gonna be harder for you to get spotted. And this also works with the tank actually. Um, and I would use this tank for PvP because most missions won't allow you to take a tank anyway. So yeah. This has a proxies. This has a machine gun, a regular cannon, and then it can have two grenade launchers in the back. Now you can upgrade the cannon to become a railgun cannon, which shoots farther, I believe. I don't know. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's there. But other than that, it's pretty fast, so it's pretty dope. The MOC is actually the strongest vehicle in the game. Many people have done research on it, and it can take the most missiles out of any other vehicle in the game. So that's why you should definitely buy that. It's very fast, actually. Um, and you could pretty much fit the entire lobby in the back if you really wanted to. And if you detach the trailer, there's actually three more spots. Um, so the truck cab can take five people, two in the actual truck, and then three on the where you connect the trailer to the trailer hitch or whatever, which is actually pretty dope because the people that are there can actually shoot machine guns instead of just pistols. So you can actually and I believe you can use RPGs. I'm not too sure though. I have not checked that. Um, So yeah, it's quite fast and it can take a lot of missiles, so it's very good. Now the truck trailer itself, however, it's a bit weaker than the cab, but as I said, you can fit the entire lobby in there, and um, you can have access to Mark II weapons, and you can like store vehicles in there, and then you can also use deterrents if you bought them, which actually make it a bit better for the price. And last but not least, um, there's a weapon locker in there, so you can customize your loadout how you want to. So you don't want the atomizer or like a certain amount of like guns in there, you can just remove them. Pretty dope. Next up is the Terabyte. The Terabyte is the counterpart to the MOC, but is not as strong for many reasons. It has more functionality, including um, you know, a place for the Mark II compressor to be, and to upgrade it slash, store it. Mark II weapons, which is pretty dope. And then we have the main thing is the control panel. We can sell and source motorcycle club goods and services, and there's some missions in there which are pretty dope. Then we have a drone station, which launches a nano drone, I believe. I, they're probably the same ones as in the arcade, but I'm not too sure. And then we have a turret station. Now, this turret station is pretty bad, so I would not recommend it. But if you want to, go ahead, because they can lock on the players on the ground, which is pretty dope. Next, that's not the only thing though. The next thing is the player scanner. Now, the player scanner is an item where you can scan players and see all their stats, including their accuracy, favorite gun, favorite radio station, favorite vehicle, and uh, KDR, and also how many lap dances they have, which is exposing people at its finest. The Night Shark is my favorite vehicle, actually. It takes a lot of missiles to blow up, but only like 4 or 5 C4s. I will be making a video on GTA 5 weapons and all that to show why that happens. Anyway, this vehicle is very fast. There's two variants though. You can have a windowed version, which makes it so you can't shoot out of, but the windows are very protected. And then there's the unwindowed version, which lets you have windows and you can shoot out of it, which is meant for taking down oppressors. I have used it many times like that, and it works wonderfully. Now, the main downside of this is nothing. Like, this is a great vehicle. You should definitely buy it. It's pretty cheap, very fast, and it's just a one of a kind vehicle. The Hydra is a flying aircraft that has E-rounds. The E-rounds are actually extremely good. The rockets, however, are pretty bad. The armor, it's pretty bad. You take one rocket, and then you can't really fly that well. But most of the time, one rocket won't take you out of the fight, but sometimes it will, so be wary of that. Um, the difference between this and the laser is this has a vodal takeoff and landing, which means it can land and take off like a helicopter, which is actually pretty useful. Um, which is actually, yeah, as I said, pretty useful. Um, The main use for this vehicle would definitely be dogfighting and or just ground like air support, pretty much. Because if you use it to find some, if you only use this to kill people with, you're just a scumbag. Like, no, I'm not even joking. You're just bad at the game. Compressor Mark II. I don't even have to say anything about this vehicle. If you play the game enough, you know why I either A, hate it or love it. B, number A, that's not number, but letter A, it's fast, and letter B, it is annoying to deal with. Now, that being said, use it wisely, because I will smack you in the face if you don't. And yes, I recommend this vehicle to players that aren't annoying. People who are annoying, you can go fuck yourself.